We are going to take the next 2 days to try and figure out what this tactic means. This one is called fried wings. Now, as you can see, I'm guessing because the wings are out on the side. I don't know why it's fried. I'm an American, so that just reminds me of good old Southern comfort food. But we're going to take a look at this with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. Tomorrow, we are going to take a look at fried wings too. Now, this one is not from the creator who I basically put in the comments below. It basically says, first of all, this is not my tactic. I got this from a different site. I have just added the set pieces from Work the Space, and we are looking at the one with the set pieces added. I'll give you some of the information as I go along without the set pieces because I did it both. But it says it's a ridiculous tactic. I played every game, no instant results or holiday. Got FM'd in the Champions League final, my only red card of the season. I've never seen a tactic perform like this first season. So, got 177 goals with Man City, apparently. This test on the site I got this from was with Liverpool getting 112 points, no losses, and the goal differential was 152. So it worked very well. But let's dive in and see how it worked with our teams. So this save file is the one that has the set pieces included. And as you can see, Liverpool got 90 points, 118 goals, a phenomenal result. Aston Villa with 82 points and 122 goals. That's pretty through the roof. Now, just for kind of comparison's sake, the one without the set pieces, Liverpool did come in first, but only 86 points and 105 goals. Aston Villa came in fifth with 69 points and 88 goals. Now, that doesn't mean those set pieces technically worked. We'll take a look at that in the data in just a minute. But anything could have happened. A save next to a save next to a save is all going to be completely different, from injuries to how a team is managed during a particular game, or how a team's doing in the Premier League. But in this case, in this save, it worked with the set pieces, it seems. Taking a look at Liverpool's schedule, it worked very well. As you can see, they got to the Carabao Cup final, beating Aston Villa in extra time 4-2, and they get to the FA Cup final and beat Tottenham 5-3. Unfortunately, though, they saved everything for the domestic side, nothing for Europe, out in the Europa League round of 16. Ouch, to Feyenoord. Overall, Europe sucks, but everything else is spot on. Squad-wise, yeah, I still would have hoped for a little bit more green for Liverpool team, but 39 goals for Nunez, 30 for Salah, 24 for Diaz, assist 20 for Dominic Szoboszlai, 18 for Salah, and average rating Nunez gets the tops with 741. Well, for Aston Villa, we saw them come up against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, unfortunately losing out in extra time, and then losing out in the FA Cup quarterfinals 2-3, well, to Tottenham. And sadly, no trophies this season, out in the Europa Conference League semi-finals to Fiorentina. But overall, not a bad season. I mean, the semi-final, quarterfinal, runners-up in the Carabao Cup, and third place in the Premier League, I'd still take it. Squad-wise, that's a little bit more green, doesn't it, than Liverpool had? But 37 goals for Ollie Watkins, 22 for Pau Torres and Jacob Ramsey, an assist 27 for John McGinn, 20 for Digne, average rating Diaby with a 723. Data hub for Liverpool looking somewhat standard, I have to say. Out and out attacking, no question about it. Defensively, they don't look 100%. I mean, it looks okay, but a little bit down from usual. 3.11 goals per game, 1.29 conceded, 1.26 XG against. These two are definitely a bit high. Aston Villa, pretty much the same story as Liverpool, out and out attacking. Their defensive pieces just kind of failed them a little bit, but 3.21 goals per game is phenomenal. 1.58 conceded, 1.42 XG against, definitely higher than usual. So for Liverpool's set pieces, you could see they had the third most amount of goals scored, and they actually are on the lower end of the list of set piece goals against. So I'm guessing the set piece tactic worked, so it's something to take a look at. Goals from set pieces, we saw them in the list, second in the league. That is pretty nice for goals scored and on the lower end of the goals against. Very nicely done. And taking a quick look at the set piece attacking efficiency, Aston Villa and Liverpool just absolutely through the roof. And now for set piece defensive efficiency, Aston Villa is kind of a little bit lower than middle of the road. Liverpool, though, a little bit better than that. So I would definitely say the set piece is something to look at. It seems to have worked pretty nicely here. But on to Premier League stats. Liverpool with 2.37 points per game, Aston Villa with 2.16. But most goals, Aston Villa making the tops with 122 to Liverpool's 118. Fewer shots against, Liverpool with 323, Aston Villa with 372. Most dribbles made, Liverpool making the list with 642. And most shots for Liverpool with 805. Geez, with 726 for Aston Villa. That's probably one of their highest. But Aston Villa and Liverpool did so well, Ipswich Town has got to follow suit, right? I'm actually a little disappointed in second place. 106 points is definitely nothing to shake a stick at. 159 goals is freaking phenomenal. But still, those 3 points are going to nag at them just left and right. Domestic Cups for Ipswich Town out in the Carabao Cup third round, 1-3 against Brentford, and then out against Liverpool as we saw 3-7 in the FA Cup quarterfinal. But all in all, still, I'd take this season. It looks fantastic. The Carabao Cup, the only down spot, it seemed to work. Squad wise, some green, yeah. I mean, they usually don't get a lot anyway, but 25 goals for Broadhead, 24 for Hurst, 20 for Connor Chaplin, assists 30 for West Burns, 21 for Leif Davis, average rating 731 for George Hurst making the tops. Championship stats, Ipswich in second place with 2.3 points per game. Most goals, though, handily in first with 159. Wow. Fewest shots against in seventh with 428. Most dribbles made in sixth with 747. And most shots for, of course, they're in first with 848. So now let's take a look at the Fried Wings tactic. We start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, fullback on the left and the right in attack, ball playing defenders in the central spots, a DM in support, 2 wingers on the outside in support, 2 inside forwards in attack, and both of them, as we look at the mark specific positions, are that DR, DL, advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession attacking with his narrow, approach play is pass into space, focus play down the left and the right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, bigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. Honestly, it looks like this tactic did very well. I mean, it basically took a 4-4-2 with all the inner workings and then just kind of pushed out the wingers to the side. And look, I mean, Ipswich Town didn't come in first, but 159 goals is insane. And as we look at Aston Villa and Liverpool, they did very well as well. Now, I think I mean, just in this save alone, taking a look at that set piece definitely seemed to work. The other tactic where Aston Villa got 69 points and in 5th place, it didn't seem to work all that well there. But again, that's just one save compared to another, which could do completely different. But I think in this case, the set pieces definitely helped quite a bit. But 90 points, 118 goals for Liverpool, 122 for Aston Villa. I'd definitely check it out. Again, the person who I got this tactic from, or at least on the page I got this from, is not the actual creator of the tactic. I found the creator, as far as I know, they're the creator. And I will put them in the comments below in the description so we can at least take a look, and I'll put both links. But I've got to look for where the set pieces came from, or at least how to find them. But in the download that I've got in the description below, we'll have them in there, so definitely check it out. But overall, I think this worked very well. If you've tried it, let us know how it worked for you in the comments below. But that's it for me, Savvy FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.